This is Journey Through John. We're looking at John chapter 11, verses 54 to 57. It's important to recognize that we're framing a new section. This started with the death and resurrection of Lazarus, and then it ends in John 20 with the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And in this section, a lot of what is discussed is starting to help us make sense of what Jesus has come to do. It's a lot of what's going to play out in Jerusalem. It's the Passion Week, a lot of resurrection language, a lot of death language, a lot going on here. And you notice things have really shifted. So I want to read this. You remember that the Pharisees were plotting to kill Jesus, saying it's better for one to die than them not losing the nation. Again, political statement, but ironic nonetheless. Let's listen to this, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. It says, Jesus therefore no longer walked openly among the Jews. By the way, John 11, 54 through 57. I'll read the verse again. Jesus therefore no longer walked openly among the Jews, but went from there to the region near the wilderness to a town called Ephraim, and there he stayed with the disciples. Now the Passover of the Jews was at hand, and many went up from the country to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. They were looking for Jesus and saying to one another as they stood in the temple, "What do you think? That he will not come to the feast at all?" Now the chief priests and Pharisees had given orders that if anyone knew where he was, he should let them know so they might arrest him. Jesus is so popular that people are looking for him. They're hoping he's going to come. They want to catch a glimpse of him. They want to hear from his teaching, possibly see him raise somebody from the dead, or who knows. I mean, you could not keep this stuff out of discussion. This would be the most exciting thing. And yet, all the while, the Pharisees are here trying to figure out how they're going to capture and arrest Jesus. And so he's not able to go openly. So he took a little time. He took a little time away, because what's about to happen is preparation for his death. An unjust trial. I mean, you have all these things. He's coming into the city like the king. They're going to kill him. There's a lot happening. And so it's a pivotal moment as they're starting to wonder, where is he? What's he going to do? And he's gone off just to rest in preparation, which I guess raises a few points. Do you come after Jesus just for his popularity because you want to see a miracle? Or are you actually looking for life in his name? You know, who can open the eyes of the blind? This one. And is it that? Another thing that's interesting is even Jesus is taking time away before these really busy seasons. We saw him taking other time. There are cycles of rest here. This one seems to be a significant and very poignant pause before he gets ready to make a very serious entry into the city. It's a good lesson for us that these seasons of rest are very healthy, and that's worth thinking about and meditating on. Also, you really sort of have to wonder, do you want to be on the side of these Pharisees wanting to arrest Jesus, or you want to be on the side of those who are longing and looking for him? And some of these people are maybe just longing for a spectacle. Where do you stand with Jesus? And how do you feel about that? Let's think about that today.